For today's round, I'll be playing Preakness Valley Golf Course, and I'll be playing the West course. Here's the entire course flyover. The choice of tee boxes here is blue, white, and red. I'll be playing from the white, which has a rating of 68.0 and a slope of 121. And again, I will not be putting. And I'll be playing the front nine today. I just got done doing the entire course flyover, so I'm not going to do the flyover before each hole. But here is hole number 1, which is a 392-yard par 4. Here's my driver. Honestly, I did not hit that very well at all. Still carried like 215, but I felt like that was off the toe and popped up. It was definitely high on the face, so that's a pop-up. But I can't really see where on the club head it hit, but it turned out okay. So now I'm 175 away. Let's grab my 6-iron because I have 188 to the back of the green. Hit that one pretty well, but it's going to go a little long, so I'm going to have to chip here. I am losing 10% power because I'm in the rough, but I need to get somewhere between 10 and 16 yards, so I'm going to chip with my 58-degree wedge here. That's pretty good. That's going to be a par, I believe, with the 1-jack gimme circle. Here's hole 2, which is a 290-yard par 4, so I'm going to use my driver again. About a 240 carry on that one. Roll into the rough. Here I have 36 to the pin. I am losing 10% power. I also need to get over the bunker. I don't really know this distance, even from the stack wedging, because I'm losing 10% power, and I do know like a 9 o'clock swing, I can carry 55 yards with my 58-degree wedge. So I need to do less than that here, but again, I also need to make sure I get over that bunker. So I think I'm gonna try like a 730 swing and see how that goes. Pretty dang good. That's gonna be a birdie, I think. I'll take it. Here's hole number 3, which is a 361 yard par 4. And it looks like I do need to kind of cut the corner of that tree a little bit there. So I think I'm gonna aim a little left, and hopefully I can actually have a fade on this one. And what's kind of funny is actually just yesterday I was listening to this podcast, and Scott Fawcett, the creator of Decade Golf, was on, and he had mentioned how it's actually very hard with these big drivers to hit a draw, and like that's what I'm trying to do. And he recommended that the driver be your fade club and a mini driver be your draw club. Just have them set up that way. So I can't say I intentionally have it set up that way, but it's definitely got me thinking about what would I need to do to set it up that way. And I do tend to hit a fade with this a lot. So let's see if I can continue that trend here. Carried that one about 225. And that counts as fairway. I wasn't sure if that was going to be fairway or rough there. Worked out pretty nice for me. And I actually did get a chance to warm up before I recorded this video today, so I'm going to use my 9-iron here, which is a 145 yard shot. And the other reason actually, looking at it now, is there are bunkers kind of deep left and deep right, where my 8-iron could potentially end up in one of those bunkers, where my 9-iron, even if it's short, it stays out of trouble. Come on, keep rolling, keep going there. All right, that's going to be in the 2-shot gimme circle for a par. And here's hole 4, which is a 354 yard par 4. Have my driver again. All right, carried that one, I think, a little over 230. Definitely wasn't the contact I wanted, but I hit it far, so I'm gonna take what I can get. I am in the rough though, so I am losing 10% power on this next shot. With that being said, I think that means I'm gonna grab my 44-degree Vokey wedge. So I'm kind of looking here. There are bunkers all around this green, but I think if I would take my 50-degree wedge, which is 115 normal, I'm for sure going to end up short, not even have a chance at the green. Where my 44-degree wedge, I tend to carry, I was just doing it, I carry about 125 to 128. So I think that should keep me short, or short enough of the bunkers. And as long as I can stay somewhat in the middle, I should be on the green and not in a bunker. So let's see what happens. Well, I kind of thinned it. It's in the middle. But it worked out pretty well, and that's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. Here's hole 5, which is a 346 yard par 4. I have my driver again. Carried that one about 230. And I'm in the fairway. Here I have 99 yards to go. The only trouble is a bunker on the left, so I'm going to use my 54-degree wedge. And as long as I can kind of stay on the pin or right of the pin, I should be just fine here. And that's in the 2-shot gimme circle for a par. Here's hole 6, which is a 155-yard par 3, so I have my 8-iron. Okay, I just changed the offset there because I don't know if something happened where I kind of changed where I'm setting up now, but I did move it over a little bit more so it's more in line with my ball. Again, I do kind of wish my ball was actually offset from the screen, and like you can do with the Bushnell and Foresight devices where the ball will actually just continue on the screen where it hit. But hopefully this will help me kind of line up better, because that's one thing I'm not showing up. It's one thing I'm doing, I'm not showing it, but I am trying to kind of practice again my pre-shot routine here, and it's a lot easier with the ball being lined up. Okay, that's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. Here's hole 7, which is a 492-yard par 5. Again, I'm using my driver. I feel like I need to aim a little more right here. What kind of stinks, I aim more right. This could put me in the rough if I end up hitting it straight, or especially if I put a fade on it. But I feel like where it had me going, those trees were going to be in my way. So I feel like I really didn't have a choice but to aim more right here. I actually got a draw on it. Okay, here I am losing 10% power. When I was kind of looking at it, it's 254 to the pin, but there's also a pond up there, so I don't really want to put that in play, so I'm going to lay up. And then there's actually only a little bit of a layup area. It's not like a whole fairway the whole way through. So I have my 6-iron, and I'm hoping with the losing 10% power that it won't be too much club. Okay, I'm going to be in the fairway landing zone, which is exactly where I wanted to be. And now I have 92 yards, which should be almost a perfect full 58-degree wedge. So that's what I'm going to use here. Get in. Oh, it just stopped. That's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. Here's hole 8, which is a 147-yard par 3. So I'm going to use my 9-iron. And that's going to be in the 2-shot gimme circle for a par. Here's hole 9, which is a 324-yard par 4. I'm going to try something because I feel like my driver has a chance to go through the fairway, so I'm going to use my mini driver here. I think that worked out pretty dang perfectly. Here I'm going to use my 50-degree wedge because my 54-degree wedge has 0 chance to make it to the pin. So I don't think I'm really going to take anything off of this one, but a full 50-degree wedge would go 115, which is the back of the green here. So even if I miss it slightly, I should be okay. And even if I hit it well, I should still end up being on the green. So let's find out. Oh, it's kind of off the toe. Oh, just missed it. So that's going to be a par with the 2-shot gimme circle. So that was the west course of Preakness Valley Golf Course, and that was a fun one. So it's not up on the screen anymore, but on the 9 holes I played, I was 1 under, and it really makes me wonder, where is that when I'm outside on the real course? Because obviously there's wind and other conditions, but am I just playing better strategy here? Am I hitting better? I'm not sure kind of what I'm doing. Yes, it helps having the same lie all the time, and I'm not putting. That can make a huge difference. But also with today's round, there were, I believe, 3 mulligans, 2 with my driver and 1 with my mini driver, because I did warm up today with some irons and wedges, but not my driver. So drivers, I guess. So those were a few mulligans I took just to kind of give me a practice swing, because I don't really have the option to take a practice swing and still hit a ball unless I do it prior to the round. And sometimes I just want to get out here and play golf. So don't always warm up like I should. So again, there were 3 mulligans, but with those 3 mulligans, I was 1 under on this 9, and it was fun. I definitely appreciate it. I really do enjoy playing all these courses, and I do really prefer that I play courses that you guys request, because then I know that at least one of you wants to see it instead of me just kind of picking random courses. So with that being said, if you are watching this video, if there's any course that you'd like to see me play, please leave a comment with the name of the course, where it's located, and if there are any specific holes you'd like me to play, or the front 9, back 9, just let me know and I'll do my best to accommodate. Otherwise, as always, thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you that watch, and I do really enjoy making these videos. Thank you.